Greetings and salutations. Let's rank Evermore. Yes, I just filmed the folklore one, but let's do Evermore. Again, I've already done all the sortings and I'm just gonna go through my answers with you from least favorite to favorite, talking about why. I know that some people are gonna get mad at me about this one too. In 17th place, we have Evermore featuring Bon Iver. I think my main reason for this not being my favorite song is because I loved Exile so much that this was the song that I had the highest expectations for, and I just didn't feel like they lived up to my expectations. I love this song. I think it's lyrically so beautiful, so stunning, but it just didn't live up to the expectations that I had in my head because of Exile. I was expecting something along the lines of Exile, and I didn't feel that I got that, but that's okay. Again, there are no songs on this album that I don't absolutely love with my entire heart, soul, and like being. Like, there's not even ones that I'm like, oh, they're okay. Like, I love every single one of these. But yeah, Evermore I think is at the bottom just because it didn't live up to my own expectations, which is not their fault. In 16th place, I was actually surprised by how low this was. We have Closure. Look, I think we all know that Closure like isn't necessarily the greatest song on the album, but I actually really love Closure. I'm a big Closure defender. I'm a big Closure stan. It was one of my most listened to songs when the album first dropped. It was something that I had on repeat a couple months back. Like, anytime I was like feeling kind of bitter or petty, I would listen to this. Don't treat me like a situation that needs to be handled. I'm fine with my spite and my tears and my beers and my candles. Me. Felt that, babe. I got really bitter about a specific like sentence someone had said to me with the word closure in it a couple months back, and so this song was like on repeat at the time, and I love Closure. I was really surprised that it was this low, honestly. In 15th place, we have Happiness. This is just because it's not a song that I kind of skip over this song because I don't feel that it's applicable for me yet. I'm kind of not at a place in life where I can be like, I will accept that was happiness because of you. I'm kind of more so in my like angsty teenage bullshit, I think, to really appreciate this song for all that it is. I'm still just more hurt by everything. And I think maybe it's because I guess my relationships that I've had don't remind me of this song. It's very beautiful, and I think this is a song that one day will be a favorite of mine. One day will be one of the more relatable ones. I'm just not quite there yet. In 14th place, we have Dorothea. Everyone's gonna get so mad at me. I know this song is so gay. I know, and I appreciate it for being as gay as it is. I truly do. And it has some of my favorite lyrics on the whole album. It's just not my favorite. It wasn't my favorite on first listen, and like in that video that I did talking about like my first thoughts on kind of all the songs of Evermore, people were like, how dare you treat Dorothea this way? And I'm so sorry that I haven't come around to it more. I wish that I had, but it's just still not an absolute fave for me. I'm so sorry to say. In 13th place, we have 'Tis the Damn Season, aka the Logan and Veronica song. I don't know if I have any Veronica Mars stans watching this video. I don't know if anyone watched Veronica Mars back in the day. I certainly did. And this song reminds me so much of them every time I hear it, especially like them kind of where they're at in the Veronica Mars movie, the 2013 movie. That's exactly what this song makes me think of, and I love that. It's also a rare Christmas song that I like. I've talked a lot about, and I made videos back in Vlogmas about how I'm kind of a Grinch. I don't really like Christmas that much. I have a lot of like unhappy memories associated with Christmas that make me not like it as a whole. This is a Christmas song that I really love because it's not like, Christmas is great and there's snow everywhere and we're having a great time. It's just like a song set at Christmas, which I appreciate. In 12th place, we have Cowboy Like Me. I love this song a lot. I hate that people don't appreciate this song more. This is like the quintessential Han and Leia song to me, which is a massive compliment because that's like my favorite Star Wars ship. I love this song. I'm not even bothered by the tent like thing lyric. I think this song is a stunning song lyrically. I kind of relate to it in the way of like, I often feel like I'm a bad person because this song is about like two bandits feeling deserving of each other and finding love with each other. I kind of feel that way just about how I feel about myself as a person. Like, I kind of feel like I'm a bad person. And if I met someone else who kind of had those same insecurities, I could be like, well, you're a cowboy like me. In 11th place, we have No Body, No Crime. This has moved down a lot of slots for me. This was in my top 5 for sure when the album first came out. But as other songs have become more relatable to me, this one has kind of made its way further down. I do just love country songs about women killing men though. Especially like murdering men who've cheated on them or done wrong by other women in their life. Love that. My favorite Carrie Underwood song when I was a kid was Two Black Cadillacs. So we're continuing the theme. We love No Body, No Crime. A little bit annoyed that the song came out when I was 19 rather than 15, so I never got to caption a photo like, good thing my daddy made me get a boating license when I was 15, because I just wasn't 15. when this, I had 15 when I was 15 though, so I can't complain too much. In 10th place we have It's Time to Go. This has moved up a couple slots for me. When the kind of bonus tracks first came out, I was very blinded by Right Where You Left Me. I'll be honest, I kind of overlooked It's Time to Go a lot. This is again one that through some like recent events has become more relatable, more personal, and I just kind of associate it more with kind of like the Scooter Scott situation as well, which makes me really appreciate it, because any song where Taylor Swift is being very honest about the hurt in that, I kind of want to applaud her for. Taylor Swift just unapologetically talking about her pain is so inspiring to me. That's not something I can do, I'm very much so. I don't like talking about the pain that I feel. Even in therapy it takes me a while to open up because I get embarrassed. I feel that people being wrong by me and me being hurt by things is really embarrassing, because I loved people and then they hurt me, and that's just embarrassing, you know? And so Taylor Swift being unapologetic about her pain from various kind of people has always been very inspiring to me, but in this specific situation continues to be very inspiring to me. And It's Time to Go kind of documents a lot of different hurts that she feels. And I'm not great at taking myself out of situations where people are hurting me. I'm not great at recognizing when it's time to go, even when sometimes to run is the brave thing. I'm not great at doing the brave thing. I kind of did a little bit eventually in one situation, and the song kind of makes me think of that. It makes me feel proud of myself for having the bravery to eventually do that. Should have done it earlier, but eventually I came around to it, and I'm proud of myself for that. In 9th place we have Ivy. What can I say? I'm gay. This song is about lesbians. I don't think I'd like the song anywhere near as much if I thought about it in like any heterosexual kind of context, but because it's just about lesbians in my brain, I fucking love this song. In 8th place we have Willow. I love this song. I think my favorite version of it is I think the official version is called Moonlit Witch. That's my favorite version of Willow. The serotonin that I get from singing That's My Man. I don't have a man, but still, the serotonin that I get from singing that, absolutely unmatched. It does have some like witchy vibes, which I fuck with. I just love Willow a lot. In 7th place we have Coney Island. This has and will forever be one of my favorite songs on this album. There's just something so harrowing about this song to me. It's almost like a drug to me. This song hurts, but I keep listening to it. I love this song a lot. In 6th place we have Long Story Short. This song reminds me of my friend Claudia. Every time I hear it, it reminds me of like the happiness that she brings into my life, and it just reminds me of her, and it makes me very, 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 very happy. I'm not in a place where I can really relate to a lot of Long Story Short yet. Like I'm not at my like second verse of Long Story Short yet, but I hope to get there. As someone who like very nearly has not survived this year though, just like screaming Long Story Short I survived just makes me cry every time, and it hits different. In 5th place we have Tolerate It. This has moved up in my rankings because it became really relatable to me, and I can't talk about that much without crying, but Tolerate It is a song. In 4th place we have Gold Rush. Again, Taylor Swift owes me money for my fucking therapy bills. As a hopeless romantic who builds up relationships in my brain so much and then has to come down with the crashing feeling of like realizing that none of it was real, it was all in my head, I can't dare to dream about that person anymore, and like accepting the realities of people and of the situations rather than the idealized versions of relationships that I've built like purely in my head because I'm a fucking hopeless romantic is too much. She captures that feeling just like to the T. This is so perfectly just describes that whole process and exactly of like what being a hopeless romantic who's terrified of love kind of is, and I don't appreciate it. Pay my therapy bills, Miss Swift, please. In 3rd place we have Right Where You Left Me. This is a me and Wanda Maximoff song. I have this real problem where I just kind of can't move past things ever. I stay and live in hurt way more than I should. I'm currently working on that in therapy, but it's something that I really do. It's a major problem for me. So Right Where You Left Me hits real close to home. It makes me fucking spiral, and it's also like the Wanda Maximoff song. I related so hard to Wanda's like process in WandaVision because like I cope through escapism and through denial. So, and like escapism for me is largely a lot of my comfort shows are sitcoms. So WandaVision hit me right where it is. So like this song was just me and Wanda Maximoff in our WandaVision eras. Too much. In 2nd place we have Champagne Problems. This is the Joe March song, and Joe March is one of the most relatable characters in the world to me, so there's points for that. Champagne Problems I feel is kind of like a prophecy that I don't want to fulfill someday, but I think might be it for me because I just never feel ready for anything because of my mental health shit, and I feel like this is a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, but mostly I am fucked in the head, so the song hits really close to home. Now, I was originally going to leave this song out of my ranking, but it is my #1 song on the album, but it's not a song I can listen to very often, but it's Marjorie. As someone who was really, really close with my gran and just has never gotten over her passing, who literally had all the same dreams as my gran, who was told by everyone in my life that I reminded them of her so much, this song is a lot, and I'm really, really grateful for its existence. It's just a lot for me, so I can't talk about it too much. And I wasn't originally going to put it in the ranking. I decided that I did want to just say that it is my #1 because I feel like it deserves being seen as my #1. The specific way that I grieve my gran was not something that I really felt was a shared experience. Knowing that Taylor Swift does share that same kind of grief with me, it's a very comforting thing, and I'm very grateful for the song's existence. Anyway, not to end on me crying again, these albums are too much for me. Please again talk to me in the comments about your favorite songs or least favorite songs or anything. Just talk to me about Taylor Swift, please. I love her. I want to talk about her forever. Thank you for watching. I love you very much, and I'll see you soon.